In our second story on Canfield, we take a look at the history of the Olde Courthouse Building, and we see what it's being used for today. This view of the village green in Canfield can only be seen from the bell tower of the Olde Courthouse Building.
Well, it would take quite a few hours to talk about the whole history of this building, but briefly it was built in 1845 to 1848, right in that era, and it was the original Canfield Fair was held on this site, and then they held the building and rising of the building, which took a few years to actually kind of complete.
Adam Costarella has owned the Olde Courthouse since 1982 and says it served several different purposes over the years.
It's undergone transformations from the first Mahoning County Courthouse, and then eventually became a college, a normal college, became various things throughout the years, and then they even had recently the County Court number 5 here up until about 20 years ago or so.
Today, the building is being used as office space for multiple businesses. Walking through it, you'll notice relics of the past like these safes located on each floor that once held plans for seamless artillery shell casings during World War II.
The artillery shells were exploding on our troops in the war, and they wanted to have a seamless artillery shell. So they designed it in this building, but they had an elevator and they wanted to get it secured. So they took out the elevator shaft, and the shaft's still there, and they put these safes on each level.
On the first floor of the building, you can see the original tin ceiling tiles that were once covered up by a drop ceiling.
It's all tin ceiling. It looks a lot better than just coming across. And we took away, increased it like 4 feet or 3 or 4 feet, the ceiling. I think it looks so much better.
To keep the building's appearance up, Costarella says he tries to complete one big project every year.
It doesn't look bad, and it pretty well takes care of itself, believe it or not. I mean, there's projects that have to be addressed, but it takes care of itself. The building's, 170 years old. It's older than most people. And the beams that are upstairs are like 600 now, 600 years old, the wood that's in there. And so you think about the building probably outlasts me and many more people like me.
And one final point of interest, Costarella says there are some who say the building is haunted.
Yeah, sometimes if a person stays late at night, they do see things.